Okay, good morning and welcome. Mishna. We're learning the last two Mishnayos in Maseches Kilayim today. Um, Yesterday in Mishnah, I believe it was Ches. Mishnah says, "Ein asher mishum Kilayim al tavi va'orug shnemar lo shtil b'shatnei davar shushua tavi v'nuz." Darshan is the word shatnei. It's a weird word. What does it mean? It means you divide into three words. Shua, it is combed. Each the semer and the pishtim are combed individually. Then it's tavi, it's spun by itself. And nuz. And then it means that you spin different threads, you spin different threads to get one or more threads together separately, versus the semer and the pishtim, and then yachdav, like the Rav explains, then you weave it together, whatever, a plain weave or a twill weave, whatever you will weave it together. So then it's a problem of, like the Mishnah says, lo silba shaneh, which is quoting from Devarim Chav Beis, lo silba shaneh. It's the second isser of wearing shaneh as mentioned in the Torah in Parashas Kiseitze, and that is lo silbash. Now, we explained yesterday the reason behind the Isser, the gather of the Isser, is that it's a weak clothing, it's weak protection. Clothes are meant to protect you. So if it's not protecting you properly, so therefore you have two weak fibers. You have a fiber of semer that's very combed finely and a semer of pishtim. They're made very thin in very precise ways. When you combine those two, it's a weak combination of fabric, and when you sew it together, you combine it together, you do a weave together, and you use it as clothing for protection. That's Kilayim, because it's a weak protection, doesn't protect you well. In a place where you want softness, we explained yesterday, that would be okay, because you don't want the protection, you want softness. That's why it would be okay. Now, today we're shifting, Mishnah 10 and Mishnah Yud. I want to say we're shifting to the second Isra of Kilayim mentioned in yesterday's Parsha Kedoshim, where it says, Ubeged Kilayim Shatnez lo yale alecha. It's an isra of yale, to put it on top of yourself. Some people say it's talking about a blanket, but I would like to say it's talking about an accessory. Here we're talking about belts over here. We're talking about when you send your clothes into the cleaner, they attach a piece of linen with your name on it, staple to it, right? So there's no yachtav. They're not woven together. It's not a question of protection. Really, not a question of protection. It's a question of, like we mentioned, by the Isser of Kilayim, by your field in general, that there's two dinim. There's an Isser of Yinika, that it ruins the crops when you plant them together. And second of all, it's an Ervuvia, it's a mixture, it's displeasing to the eye when they're together. Even though they're not woven together, they're just stapled together, or you have a belt, half wool, half linen, and the clasp joins them together, or you have sakva kupa, you have a coat and you have gloves attached by a string to it or something like that. Even though they're not woven together, it doesn't say yachta by this, but because they're tied together, and together is tokef shtei tkifo, so it's a knot that is not going to be easily undone, so then it's considered to be a connection between the two. And lo yala alecha, you shouldn't put that on you, even as an accessory, even if something is not meant for protection, because they're Ruvia, wearing something in Ruvia, you can decipher this further and maybe suggest that it's a geder, it's a gzeira, that you shouldn't come to wear begodim that won't protect you well. Or you could say it's a separate issue of displeasing to the eye to have semer or pishtim, very different types of fabric, connected together. Anyways, because of their vuvia, the mixture, the way it looks, the mixture together, and even if they're not connected, even not woven together, still, if they're close enough that they're tied together, it would be a problem of your vuvia, of a mixture of Kilayim. I hope you enjoyed my shiur on Maseches Kilayim. This is maybe the second time I actually looked at Maseches Kilayim. It's pretty good for looking for the second time. We have great shiurim coming up in Maseches Shvius starting tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss it. So if you haven't joined yet, you're just listening to this last Mishnah in Kilayim, join tomorrow, where I'm going to get a fresh start, a first start from the beginning of Masechta in Mishnah Yomi, and we're going to do this together. We're going to have a great time, even if I'm not on the All Mishnah app. I'll be like Donald Trump. I'll start a new Ben Sion Lang Truth Mishnah Yomi. Give you the truth Mishnah Yomi. It's an alternative to the All Mishnah app. Ben Sion Lang. Ben Sion Lang OU. Ben Sion Lang All Mishnah. You go with me. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.